What's going on, y'all? Welcome to Jay's Life Out Loud. I'm out here looking crazy. That mask got my beard looking ooh. But anyway, so a friend of mine gave me an idea for a topic, and the topic made so much sense, and it's something that I'm very passionate about when it comes to my kids, and I believe it also should be taught in school, and that is finances. Uh, with with our kids being out for the summer, some of us don't know um, if they're going back to school next year, or should I say, some of us kids will be going back to school face to face with the teacher, and some of them will be going back to school um, via the internet or virtual classes. So I would say this: during this time is a good time to talk to your kids about finances. It really is your responsibility, because they don't teach it in school, to teach your children about saving, teach your children about financing and credit score and APRs and checkings and savings, and how does how a bank account works, and you have to. I say, I'm not gonna say little kids, but you can all these kids nowadays, they can take in a lot of information, so you'll be surprised. But if you're a child that's old enough to comprehend finances, and you could break it down and show them the difference, I would even suggest, ask them a question. Ask them, when you get your job or you get your business or your career, what are some of the things you want? What kind of car do you want? What kind of house do you want? And break it down to them and explain it to them, whether you got to put it on paper or you verbally express it on what you going to need. Where your credit score is going to have to be to drive that car off the lot. What your credit score is going to be to sign all that paperwork when it's time to purchase that home. And also talk to them about investing. And I think that's a lot of times we as black people, I see a whole lot of black people that's investing, but I hear a lot of older people that will discourage the younger generation from buying rental properties, from investing in properties at a young age. When I say young, I'm talking about 20, 23, because a lot of times these 23-year-olds, they can go get a loan for school, and, they can also get a loan for a home. They sending these kids credit cards off the rip. They putting them, and they're going to send them the credit card. The kids are not reading what the APR is, finance fees and all this other stuff. They're not reading that. They just going off, okay, you're going to give me a credit card with $500, $1,200 on it. I'm about to go run it up. I'll worry about the bill later. And you have to teach your kids that responsibility. It's our responsibility to teach our kids about their finances and their credit. We need to let the kids know when they're old enough, or and this goes, like I said, I'll go back to what I said. This is each individual parent has to judge their child at what age they're able to comprehend this information, and let them know, that monthly payment that got to come. And when you buy a car, there's car insurance. Teaching them about 401ks, IRAs, CDs, investments. And this may be something that you don't know about, or, y'all can learn together. But you want to set your child up to be ahead of, where you were. Give them the information that you didn't get. That goes with a lot of other life things, if you sit them down and explain, like, okay, you want a house, this is what a house payment it looks like. You got light, gas, water, um, you know, who gonna do your lawn, this is that. And this may sound funny to you, but it prepares them. And these little seeds that you drop on your kids, a lot of times there is certain information that will sink in so deep it'll never go away. So when they encounter these situations and they out in the world, it'll hit. Oh, my mom said, my dad said, and they're like, okay, well, Dad, remember when you was telling me about the APR? Well, the guy's telling me that blah blah blah. I'm gonna be under 5 or 6 years paying for this car. Is that right? And he got me under APR that's 24.5. Is that right? They'll know to make that phone call to you to ask you those questions. The friend that brought this topic up, she also talked about what she does for her baby is she buys silver bars, and she buys them at a low price, and she's going to hold on to them until the baby is grown, whether it's for college or whatever the case may be. And it's, during this pandemic, I saw one bar that was $22 that now was I think it was like $2,000 and something dollars. So you need to teach your kids that, this is the ways to make money long term, and, teach them about the purchases that they make and learning, does it make sense? Is it a want, or is it a need? Certain things that we know as adults that we get by next week, we don't even use them. We just wanted them because we saw them, whether it's electronics or something for the kitchen or something to cook with or whatever the case may be. And we need to teach our kids. I also, like what I told my kids, was buying for other people's approval. And I'll break that down like this. And I'll give you a story that where I had to learn as an adult. I stayed in California for a year. So when I got down there, once I got comfortable, I wanted to buy my own vehicle because I was using my ex-brother-in-law's vehicle. So I went out, purchased me a used truck, put sounds in the truck, amp sounds, new radio, went to the mall. I got fresh to death, bought me a couple of pair of J's, new, a bunch of short outfits. We're dealing with good weather every day. I'm not used to this, year round. I mean, I was in Cali for a year and it only rained like 3 or 4 times. It was sunny every day. So once I did this, I, get up, get fresh, go wash the truck, and I head out banging. And it dawned on me, it's not like when you back in your own neighborhood and people know you and you can come through and bang your sounds and floss a little bit, or come through different streets that people stay on, or wherever everybody be at, whatever the case may be. But when there's nobody around to show this stuff off to, you got to start thinking, why am I making these purchases? Why am I making these decisions? Is it really what I like? Or is it to impress the people around me? As they say, keeping up with the Joneses. A lot of times we try to keep ahead of the Joneses. We want to get it before the Joneses even know what's going down. Just to say you ain't up on this. So we need to teach our kids responsibility. Be responsible with your money. At this point in time, we don't know where this country is headed to. We don't know where financially what businesses are going to survive coming through this pandemic, and the numbers ain't slowing down. So, we need to teach our kids. Another thing that I think that goes right along with this, and some people say, oh, that's far-fetched and you going too far. Ain't nobody doing all that. You need to teach your kids how to grow their own food. Even if you don't know, you need to try it. You know, it took another brother. I'm 45 years old. It took another brother that I watch on YouTube, Lead Farmer 73. Black man, got honey bees, and to get his own honey, he grows all his food and this and that or whatever. Now, the thing about it is that if your kids learn how to garden, and I know Michigan, we don't have where you can garden year round or, you know, grow your own stuff, but it's something that we used to do, that our ancestors used to do, and we need to get back to that. We need to teach them how to get their hands in the dirt and make something out of nothing. You know, planting that seed and watching it grow. And a lot of us have gotten away from that when we saw our grandmothers do it, and we saw our, grandfathers or even our parents do it. And I think it's something that it's not only beneficial to know where your food is coming from, but it's also something that keeps peace. When you're in the garden, it gives you time to think, time to relax. It relaxes everything in you, and it brings you back down to earth. For real. It brings you to a level where everything is calm. And that's what we don't have enough of, is calmness. So I would also add, teach your kids how to grow some food. If you don't know, y'all can have that experience together, and especially for young kids. Man, when I was younger and everybody be running up the block doing what they do, my grandmother had me, come on, Jason, get down here. Granny gonna show you how to plant these flowers. Don't put that too much, don't put that dirt like that. She taught me how to plant flowers. She did it every year. My grandfather had 2 gardens, one behind his house, one a couple of blocks away. And he would take me over there to help him, pull stuff out the garden. So when they worked in the garden, a lot of times in the backyard, I sit there and watch, and we talk and this and that. And, I need you to pop some peas. And I think those little things are essential to our children and their well-being. We're getting in tight times. A lot of places in the United States, people couldn't even find seeds. Certain things they was looking for, they couldn't find them. They was sold out, because people are going back to it. During that pandemic, it scared people into going back to what they used to do. I mean, we still in it, but when we was quarantined and all that, a lot of people was going back to gardening. So what I would say to you, you're making your child a well-rounded person. Black people, we are already survivors. That's what we do. We survive. We survive, we thrive, and we get over. We get over that hump. Whatever it is, whatever situation they throw at us in this country, whatever they put on us, or whatever they try to do to us, we survive. We go beyond of what they think we can go, and we keep on moving. So what I'm saying to you, you want to, like when your child get ready to go to school, and the beginning of the school year, you take all these supplies and you put them in their backpack. Pencils, paper, markers, erasers, glue, all the stuff you put into their backpack. As parents, we got to put all that stuff into them, into their mind, and put it on their heart, so that when they go out in this world, they can move in a different way. Because it's survival mode out here, and you got to be able to survive any way possible. And if you can save some money doing it and be healthier by planting your own garden, planting your own food, I don't care if it's watermelon, carrots, cucumbers, whatever. You can get out there and do it. It's something that I started this year for the first time, due to what another black man that he don't even know me, with a YouTube channel, that put something on my heart to make me get up and say, you know what, my grandma and my grandfather used to do that. They gave me that knowledge. Let me see if I can get out here and grow some things and do this and that. And as you see in my previous videos, I'm out there doing it. So financially, we need to teach our kids all the different techniques and all the different, ways to make money, invest in the stock market. You could actually, the stock market, some of us know about it, some of us don't know how it works. So what I would say is right now, I think damn near everybody got Cash App. Cash App is set up now where you can buy stock. You can buy $1. You may not own a full share unless the company is under $1, but you can invest small amounts of money at a time. And if you don't know about it, you and your child can learn together. Can you imagine if you set your child up to be a multi-billionaire by teaching them how to do stocks now and doing it with them and learning at the same time and giving them the information? These kids can do everything else. These kids can set up your cable for you. They can come in and set up your brand new phone. You ask them, how you do this app? How you get on, this and that? And how you do this? And how you set up them kids come in, they can do everything. So don't limit your kids. Push them. Make them greater. Put more into them. You put that seed in the ground. You just keep on watering it. You add that fertilizer, for those that garden, you put that 5-11 on them, that fish fertilizer. I'm telling you, it'll do wonders. But what I'm saying to you, give them the tools that you may not have and give them the tools that you have, and then try to learn with them. Like I said, Cash App has that where you can start doing the stock market small and build up big. They even have it where if you like one stock, say like there's a stock called BJ's. It's a new box store like Costco's and Sam's Club that has been out for a minute. They are competing with Sam's Club and Costco's. And, you got Sam's Club, Costco's. Well, I think it's Sam's Club stock is at 300 and something. I believe one of them is at 300 and something. And I just checked BJ's today. BJ's is up to $40. It was at 38 point something last time I looked at it. So what I'm telling you is that's a stock that's going to rise in my eyes and what I see, because it's a competition for Costco's and Sam's Club. And right now, it's so many people shopping at Costco's. We just left Sam's Club. She didn't even want to wait in the line because the line was to the back of the building. But we drove by BJ's. BJ's parking lot had a nice amount of people, but it wasn't no line outside. So what I'm saying to you, people are going to start going to these different places, going to BJ's to get around the crowds and to try something new. And they got a gas station. Gas, what, $2 something? They got gas down there for $2.89. So what I'm saying to you is certain stocks that you can look up. You start watching financial channels, and, it's something that is worth looking into. And once you see your money grow and you see the stocks moving, it's going to excite you. Believe me, especially if you look in there, you invested $300 and you look in there and your investment done bring you back $600, $700, $2,000, $4,000. I know people that buy $2,000 worth of penny stocks. The stock be like $34. All they waiting for is the stock to double and pull their money back out. So, teach your kids about the different, stock markets. Check into Bitcoin. I've been hearing a lot of good things about Bitcoin. I've only bought a little bit, but it's worth checking out and seeing what's going on. So teach your kids not only financial responsibility, and set them up where they know how to pay bills and how bills come and what bills come every month and what bills come every 3 months. And you sit them down, and this can be a class that you teach your children. And that way nobody can ever tell your child, oh, this is this and that when they go get a car or they go apply for a credit card, because you already done put them up on game of what's really going on out here, how they ripping us off and how they, you paying quadruple amount that whatever you getting is worth by using your credit. But, that's the American system. I got 2 credit cards of my own, so I know, I got a car note. Teach them that a car note come with it, car insurance, how much car insurance changes from whatever neighborhood you stay in. Some places do it, with your credit, or they'll even give you a discount if you got a master's degree or you got a high position on your insurance. So let them know these things ahead of time. I mean, we got a lot of time, that go on the weekends when we say we don't have time, when we just sitting around the house, that we can explain that to the kids. So I'm pretty sure it's a lot of things that I didn't touch on as far as money-wise, teaching them about your checking account, savings account, money marketing, all different things. Also, teach them how to be entrepreneurs. Teach them how to take their talent and make something, a product that can be sold and bought, or coming up with cartoons, different ways that they can make money off of their talents and gifts that God has given them. It's nothing wrong with, some of these kids out here, I know it's the little boy that started the bow tie company, skyrocketing. We got, the older lady, I know she's older, she came out with the makeup kit that looked like a crayon box, sold out every time, millions. So, and she's black. The little boy with the bow tie is black. There's so many of us that have marvelous ideas, and we have to teach our children not to be scared. Not to be scared to go out here and fail, if that's the case. If that's worst case scenario. And teach them not to be scared to win. Sometimes some of us, even as adults, are scared to win. We scared that our idea may sell millions. We say we want that money. We say, oh yeah, me personally, and I hope y'all stand in agreement with me, my contacts, stand in agreement with me, but I'm claiming 7 million. I don't know how God gonna do it. I don't know where it's gonna come from, but I'm claiming 7 million is coming my way. That's my number, 7 million. I don't know why, it's just been on my heart, 7 million. So teach your kids to be entrepreneurs. There's nothing wrong now. We in the summertime. Start them a lemonade stand. We know it's, Corona and all that, but it's ways for them to do a lemon stand and not even really get in contact with a customer and still have 6 feet and be able to sell them. Get them, some bulk candy from off the internet and go that way with them. There are so many ways to make money, baking, barbecues, whatever, to teach them that there's other ways of making money other than working for somebody else, other than having a boss, other than having to work in the plant, which I work, other than having to sacrifice your body for somebody else to get richer and you only getting pennies on a dime, So my thing is, we have to teach our kids to think further, think bigger, think wider, think, to the moon and back, that they can, because it's proof. Everywhere you look, there are so many black people that made something out of nothing. I'm talking about they was dirt box, sleeping in their cars, didn't have a pot to piss in, couldn't make ends meet, robbing Peter to pay Paul. So what I'm telling you is, your kids up under your roof right now, they young, teach them how to be entrepreneurs. Even if you don't know how, you can look it up. If they got an idea or they got a slogan, put it on the shirt, sell the shirts. We know that the social media is the best way to sell merchandise. Social media, face to face. If you got a job, I guarantee there's not a person alive that if you got a child that got a product and you bring it to your job, somebody gonna buy it. I'm just saying, it is what it is. I've seen it for years. Kids do bake sales, cookies, Love Caesars kits, all that. If you making it at home, your kids making it at home, and you watching them and teaching them how the correct way to do it cleanly and all this, that's money that can be made. Not only for the house, but to show them that they can do better than you doing. I don't care if you're a lawyer, doctor, if you own several businesses, it's always a way that you can teach your children to do better than what you're doing. Because you want more for your kids. You want your kids to have more, and we also owe them to leave them something, so they won't have to struggle like we did or we're doing. Because a lot of us are still struggling. Some of us is good. It's all different. But you want to leave your kids something that's going to make their future a little bit easier or a lot easier. Because these other races, they doing it. They leaving their kids hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions, to be set up to win. Teach your kids how to be entrepreneurs. Teach your kids how to go for the gusto. Every rapper that you see out here, every NBA player, that's a business. They are the product. That rapper, he is a product in itself. That he takes his product, records it, and sells it. He's the product. That basketball player, that NBA player, he's the product. He's taking his talent, put it on the court, and he's selling it. Teach your kids how to be entrepreneurs. And not only that, and I want people to really listen to this. Stop telling black boys that the only sports that they supposed to be playing or pushing them into is football, track, and basketball. Start putting these boys in baseball. Baseball players make more money and they have longer health. They have longevity. They're not as broke up as a lot of the football players are after they get done, or brain injuries, or messed up knees from running up and down the court. I'm not saying that it's a bad thing, because it's good. You making money legally, it's good. But what I'm saying is we need more black men to get into baseball. I'm not saying it's not enough of us. It's never enough. We can always get more. But what I'm saying is that's another sport that you should look into. That was kind of off the subject, but still on making money. But like I say, teach your kids how to be entrepreneurs. Take their gifts, their talents, and let them learn how to make money off of it and be a blessing to other people. Teach them financial responsibility. Teach them how to save. Teach them about their credit report and what it means. What's a low credit score? What's the high credit score? Teach them the basics. Let them know responsibility. We had home economics coming up. They didn't teach us about saving and APRs and credit scores and all that. But one thing that they did do is they taught us how to cook meals and stuff like that. And that's another thing that our kids need to learn, is how to cook and stay away from so much processed food, which is a lot of times it's hard to do, because it's easier for us as parents to put that in the freezer so they can go grab it and make them something when we tired from working. But also teach these kids how to cook meals. I taught my daughter. When I say my daughter get in the kitchen, my daughter bang in the kitchen. She do her thing. She do things that I didn't even show her how to do. But she tells me, she's like, Dad, you taught me how to get in the kitchen and make it happen. Even when she didn't want to, you about to help me make the spaghetti. Teach them stretch meals that's gonna last. If you know some fancy dishes, you'd be surprised on how much kids will pick up and retain that information and use it as they get older, or even shock you and do it while they're young. So, yeah, I just want so much more for our black children and so much more for their futures. I want to be able to look at black children and say, it's so many black kids doing well. It's incredible. I want to look around and be like, man, they doing the thing. We wasn't doing it like that when we was young. I just want the best for our children. So I'm done with mom going on 30 minutes of rambling about this. But once again, thank you for watching. If you like the content, please take the time to hit the like button. It means a lot to me because it lets me know I'm going in the right direction of trying to grow my channel and move on to other things as far as product and different things that I want to get into, and also doing more interviews. And I want to do interviews with people that you know, interviews with people that you want to know more about. So please hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button. When you subscribe, that means that I get my viewers up and I'm able to do other things. You know, when I get my viewers to a certain point, you know, I want to be able to give out gifts and do kickbacks. And, you know, at some point, I plan on being overseas. You know, I plan on being in Africa. It's going to happen. I'm going to be over there. I don't know if I'm going to move over there for good, or I know I'm going over there if next year. Hopefully, if the Gambia open up for 2 weeks, I will be in Africa, and I want to take. It's already in my mind. I'm set. It's going to happen. Positive thinking. So I definitely want to have my viewers up when I go do that and give people more information on moving back to Africa. It may sound funny to you, but did you know that $1 American dollar is worth $51 over there? You do the math. You got 80,000. You got 4.something million, 4.1 million over there. So sometimes we got to think out of the box. Sometimes we got to think about our surroundings and what this world is, this United States is coming to, and how they doing us and how they continue to do us, and think outside the box. But I'm not going to go off on that rant. Please like, subscribe. It's free to subscribe. Share, comment. Feel free to comment. I don't care if the comments is good or bad. I welcome them all. And I want to thank everybody for the love for my that they showed for my wedding day. I'm blessed. I'm truly favored. God puts his grace and mercy on me every day. Every day I walk out the house, I'm so blessed and thankful, because it was a time I never thought that I was going to get married again. I never thought I would find love like this before. And when I tell y'all, you know what? I'm going to stop, because I'm going to do one little short video thanking everybody. But like I say, like, subscribe, share, comment, hit the notification button. It'll let you know when my next video come up. I'm going to holler at y'all. I'm out.